All right, guys, so it's officially grind time, and one of the really core things that I'm working on today is hiring, or at least getting letters of intent out to hire setters and some closers, but focused right now on setters. I did 6 interviews over the past 2 days, trying to just find the right group of people. So I'm going to send out 4 letters of intent. Hopefully we get all 4 of them to come in on the terms that we're looking for so that they can set. I can do as many closes as possible. Really, my method when we go to launch a business and the way that I want to run the sales aspect of it is I need to get teed up. So it's not as advantageous for me, and this is just what we've seen through other businesses that we've built. It's not as advantageous for me to sit down and chase prospects and try to drum up from 0 to appointment, or even from 0 to like engaging in a conversation. I need somebody to do that piece for me, and then I can step in and I can take it over the top. And we've done this over and over in multiple businesses, and that's been very, very successful. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna try to bring on all 4 setters, get all of them up and rocking so that we have just an overwhelming amount of volume so that it requires us to need more closers, which is great. So that's my focus right now. I'm working on a few letters of intent because I did the interviews, which I typically don't do. That's why we have an HR team. But all of these individuals were interviewed by me because, again, we're on speed. And I have all the terms. I know what we discussed. And so I'm putting those into the letter of intent, and then we'll go ahead and see what we get from there. And then I've got some interviews with some closers over the next 2 days, and we'll see how that plays out. But the goal right now is, being just a few days getting into this and running. The goal is to get setters dialed so that we start humming. And tonight I'm going to stay up pretty late, probably until 2 or 3 in the morning. And I'm really just going to give an overhaul on the process that I want the setters to follow, what I want them to be doing, what they should be looking for, all of those things. Simultaneously, I'm going to have an automated outreach program running. And so on that side of it, we use our own visitor match tool, and we're going to prospect the business owners that we're looking for and those specific people. And then we're going to draw them into our CRM, and we're going to cold email. We are going to basically send as many cold emails as possible. But the cold email, the difference that we're going to do a little bit different is we have a templated structure that we're going to use so that we are sending pretty darn personalized messaging. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use the visitor match tool, and we're going to identify the actual contacts, the people we want to go after, our target avatar. As we pull those people up, one of my staff members, the VA, is going to go through, and we're going to identify some very, very specific key things, right? We have about 5 key factors that we want. Those key pieces of information we put in as custom values inside our CRM. And what we're gonna do with that is that will automatically drop, and we have a format that we wanna put that in so that it fits in context in the automated messages going out. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna take a little bit of extra effort on the front end, but then it's gonna drop that custom value, that specific, super specific personal information, and it's gonna drop it into the cold outreach email. So it's going to be far more personalized than a typical whatever you drew off of LinkedIn, which as soon as you get one of those messages, you immediately dismiss it because you know that all they did is scrape LinkedIn details. What we're actually gonna do is we're gonna go do a little bit of research. Let's say that there's 100 contacts. I have a VA that's gotta go through 100 contacts in a day and find these 5 bits of information, put them into the CRM as custom values so that we have that specific information. That'll go out, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna lead score them. So we're gonna track what they do. Do they open the email? Do they click on things? Do they open it twice? If they open it twice, they actually get more points than opening it once, which is kind of cool. If they reply, they get a bunch of points, and that will automatically trigger, if they reply, that will automatically trigger a notification to our setter to jump on that. That is hot, 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 right? So if they reply, obviously if they reply that they're not interested, then they'll just dismiss it and close that out. However, that is going to be kind of the process. And so we're going to also do another, kind of avenue of this is as their score increases, they're opening an email, might be clicking on something. We're going to simultaneously have the setter and my assistant go make a connection with them on LinkedIn. And we're going to go and actually make that connection, drop a quick little message as well with it, and then also go find them typically on Facebook. And what we're going to try to do is make it a little more of kind of an omni-channel approach to where we're hitting them in these multiple different areas. And I have one other idea that's a little sneaky. I haven't fleshed it out yet, so we'll see. But that's what we got going on right now. That is the most important thing on my plate, is hiring setters today. And so I gotta get these letters of intent out. It is time, and here we go, hustle time. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Drop a comment of support, of encouragement. I would love the encouragement because this is very challenging. As a reminder, what we're doing here is we're building a business from $0 to $100 million, and the goal is to do it in a year. And there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of things to do, and so I'm doing my very best to document the process, as well as not allow it to force me out of the things that I value most, which is time with my kids, time with my wife. And so my goal is that while we're doing all of this, I'm able to keep those values in check and not waver from those. Then I'm gonna have my team do as much of the work as I could possibly get off my plate, and hopefully just run this thing wild as fast as we can. And so again, any words of encouragement would be very, very grateful. Hit the like, subscribe, bell notification thing, all that. You know how it goes. That's what I'm trying to do, is get this out there. I want to support people, so hopefully something that I say is helpful. And if you have any questions about what I'm doing, please shoot a comment, ask. I'd love to answer any questions that I can. And that's that. All right, see you soon.